automatically going to happen. Make sense? Okay. So there's a lot of combinations of your major, your specialization with some other specialization, but you just don't have to take all 8 classes. There's a subset of classes you can take. So you have a major with a minor. So it's just saying you're almost an expert in 2 different fields. That's something to think about, because you have some business electives you have to take anyway. So if you concentrate those in an area, you could end up with a specialization with a minor. Okay? I know y'all have questions.
Make up some.
You got the 2 most important people standing in front of you today. Ha, we say that anyway.
With the freshman advisory board, do you have anything for some people that aren't freshmen, like a sophomore advisory board?
We do. We have, there's another advisory group to the dean. They're called the ambassadors. So they are I think at the end of your sophomore year, junior, senior year, you'll be, this is an invited club. It depends on your GPA and activities and things. That's another upperclassmen advisory board that I have. They also are very active in the college where they do service work for us. So they'll come to my business board of advisors meeting. They'll meet the professionals in the community and do different things for us. So there is. It's called the ambassadors, but that's as you progress up, and they're pretty much our elite students, and they get a lot of exposure. It's a good question. Now we do also have, by the way, student clubs. So in all the disciplines, basically there's a student club that you can become active in. We've got the marketing club, we got the human resources club, we've got the IS club, and the accounting club. So in just about anything you major in, there's going to be another student organization that you can become very active in, to where you'll meet professionals in those fields. So check the website, and the advisors and all are posted up there. Great question. And I encourage you to get involved in as much as you can when it comes to stuff like that, because leadership positions, like Passionate, she's not a freshman, but she's stepping up, helping us lead the group, right? So what she's working on is building her leadership skills. And that just shows that she's willing to do something extra and above just her coursework and different things.
Also on Tuesday, I think it's the Meet the Firms.
This upcoming Tuesday?
Wednesday.
I'm sorry, Wednesday. It's something important. I know some of you think, well, I'm not looking for a job right now. Sure you are. You really should go, of course, dressed professionally. Maybe just to network and meet some people. This is how you get internship possibilities and that kind of thing. They can't see how awesome you are if they don't meet you. Right? And we can't get companies to come out to hire you if, when we bring them out, students don't go. Right? So it benefits you to go by and look, maybe shake a couple of hands, talk to them, ask them what kind of things they're looking for their internships or for that particular job if they're interviewing or looking for that position, and you're not there yet. But again, maybe you want to know a little bit more about what's entailed in being successful. They'll tell you. And that's a perfect way, and it's a really what I call a warm audience. These are people who already feel great about AUM students, otherwise they wouldn't have given up their day to come here. And they want to help you. So if you've got some questions, like I said, take 15 minutes and walk through there and meet some people. Maybe just pay attention to how everybody's dressed so you know what to get as you start building your professional wardrobe. There's a lot of stuff to learn, and for most students, networking is the most feared. So you might as well go ahead and start getting practice. Talking to people, saying hello, telling them what your major is, that kind of thing. It would really be a good opportunity for you to take advantage of.
If we were standing at the door watching you come into that room full of employers, who would we be impressed with? You know how to work a room. You know how to work a conversation. You're not scared to approach somebody. Stick your hand out and shake it. None of y'all? This is an opportunity again. Remember, we were talking about building those skills. Don't wait until you're trying to truly look for a job because you're about to graduate to know how to break the ice, or know how to approach somebody, or know how to answer interview questions, or to speak to people. Don't wait till that day. It won't happen. You won't make a good impression. So this is just one example of an opportunity we provide, right? The College of Business staff and faculty work extremely hard to get those companies to come on campus, and the majority of them are our alumni. They want to meet you. They were in your shoes on this campus, probably in this room at one point in time. They want to meet you. And again, we can only provide the opportunities. You have to take advantage of the opportunities. You have to put yourself outside the box. Make sense? If you're not good at it, go and try to be good at it. And I guarantee you somebody, Dr. Funches, myself, Dr. Johnson, who I'm sure you'll meet soon, if we see it and we notice something, we're probably just going to come up and pull you aside and let me give you just a small piece of advice. Try this and see if this helps you a little bit better. Can you see the learning that might go on there? Right? It's not in the classroom. It's in another setting that we provide for you that you might actually really get very good at skills. Okay?
Yeah, you'll be surprised. We had a student, was it last year, we were doing a barbecue. We're grilling hot dogs. And he comes up and he says he's about to go to an interview. And so I started interviewing him right there.
And he freaked.
Yeah, and he froze. And I was like, okay, first question they're going to ask you, tell me about yourself. Oh, dude, you can't freeze up that one? Come on. All right, you can't freeze up now. I was like, my first question is going to be, why don't you tell me about yourself? You got to have something. You got to be ready. Let's go. And so I stood there 20 minutes quizzing him. And we got him ready, and he came back. He was so excited because he got the job. And he was like, but if you hadn't stopped me right there, I don't think I would have, because I totally froze when you put the pressure on. But that's how you learn. And so you're thinking, oh, I'm nervous about it, I don't like it. Yeah, well, now's a good time to figure it out. When there is no pressure, there's nothing to lose. And we want you to be successful. So that's our job, is to stop you and help you. We would be remiss if we didn't say something, and you would, because that's what you're paying us for, right? To make sure you get out of here and you're successful. So that's what we do.
We also send out a student newsletter, again, via email. We get ourselves in trouble with this email, but we do send you a newsletter out every month, kind of outlining the things that are going to be coming up. So you read it, see what you might. We're not sitting here saying you have to do everything that we offer. That's not true. But you can pick and choose those things you need to work on, or you think is something that would interest you, and attend it. See what happens, right? Meet the Ferns happens every year. So imagine if you go this year, you go next year, and then all of a sudden you're into your junior, senior year where you're looking for that internship or you're looking for that job. How many people in that room might you know if you've already attended a couple of years? A few. That's better than none, right? So don't think we're saying you have to do everything, because we're all time crunched. We all have other outside lives we have to attend to. But you need to pick and choose what's important to your future success. Because we offer quite a bit of things, right? Programming that we spend a lot of time and money on just for you guys. Okay? Questions. We only have one question. I'm going to feel bad when I walk out of this room. I don't know. I know a few of you I've just seen in the halls and different things, but just because Dr. Funches and I have some fancy title behind her name doesn't mean when you see us in the hall that you duck your head like, I don't want to talk to her, I don't want to talk to her. She's the dean. No, don't want to talk to her. Right? Speak. Get to know us.
Send me jokes.
Yes.
I love it.
That's how we know our students, right? from our students. But do, I mean, this is, you don't realize how important it is to us, but more than that, how important it is to you to get to know your faculty, to get to know the administrators. Because we actually do know quite a few people in the community where we can make some really good connections for you. But we can only do that when we know our students. Not our student body, when we know our students. So when I get to know you one-on-one, right, or I get to know you one-on-one, then that's really where the magic starts working. Okay? The faculty, I don't know if you've heard any of it, the faculty did a wonderful job over the last 2 years really looking at the curriculum that you're going to take with us. I'm excited about what they're trying to accomplish here. Number one, they reduced the number of hours, because over the years, somehow, some way, we had let it trickle up to where students were having to be here an extra semester and pay extra tuition. So they slimmed it back down. So that was great because it saves time and money for our students. But in the meantime, what all they did was, not all they did, but what they really looked at is how to streamline that curriculum so you would get the most out of it rather than just taking duplicate classes and spending time and money with us. We like for you to spend time and money with us, but we're trying to be very cognizant of that time and money. But what you're going to really get into in your junior, senior years, what we're labeling integrated business curriculum. Let me give you an example of what we're trying to do. I'm a marketer at heart, right? So when I taught my marketing class, my principles of marketing class, historically and traditionally, higher education, that's what I was teaching, right? Marketing. I wasn't really paying attention to what my finance colleagues were teaching. I really wasn't paying attention to what the operations people were teaching. But I can give you a real life story. When I was sitting in your chair, I graduated, I went to work at a manufacturing firm, and here I was thrown into the marketing area, right? And what's the traditional goal in marketing? What do marketers do? Sell, right? So what's the traditional goal? What's the traditional goal the CEO is saying, doing what? Sell more, sell more, sell more, right? So here I am over here in the marketing area where we're getting pressure to sell more products, and we were doing a pretty good job at that. But then I was the liaison to the production line, and they were like, whoa, y'all got to stop. We can't make this many products. What? Under the same roof, and we got two different. Think about it for a minute. So what was the problem over here with operations? Not enough workers, not enough time, not enough, the whole resource issue, right? Time, people, machinery, space to put the inventory, right? Well, heck, you know, and I'm saying, no, the boss says we have to get more money, we have to sell more products. So this is what the integrated business curriculum is going to attempt to do is, how do we then cross over these decisions that are being made, marketing, increase sales? Okay, well that's fine for us to say, but how does that impact my production line? You following me? And then finance was standing there yelling at us, well, you can't just sell products without bringing any money in. We need cash flow in order to do something with production problems. What? Really? You know, and I was just a kid at the time, and I'm going, oh Lord, I'm just... So what we're really trying to do is break those barriers down for you guys. Perfectly fine to be a marketing major, finance major, but what you got to understand is how do your decision impact all the other business functions? That's what we're going to try to implement. It's brand new, it's exciting, because when I go out and talk to businesses about it, they're like, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Some local businesses have even torn the walls down in between their units to make them talk to each other. Think about it, you know? So we're excited that we feel like we're really pushing that envelope forward because we're going to treat our curriculum a lot different than what we think students would get from other competitors that we have. So to me, that's really exciting. Okay, so when you start kind of hearing those talks and everything, maybe it'll perk your ears and you can really start looking at the bigger picture. I think that's exciting. The business people think that's exciting. We can pull it off. They tell me, I was at one of the major corporations here in town, and she said, if y'all really pull this off in 4 years, we're going to be hiring only your students. Because that's what they're trying to do with older people. Older people don't change as well as you guys do, right? Because we're set in our ways. I was in that category. So there's a lot of what we really want to just, I know y'all are deer in headlights at the moment because there's a lot of information being thrown at you, but the simple story of today is it's your blank slate. It's your decisions to make, right? We're here to provide you with ample opportunities to try to reach those goals, to reach those successes. And if you don't talk back to us and you're just sitting there saying, well, they don't offer X, Y, Z, we don't know it. But guess what? If you told us, we might be able to offer it. It's just like that Clement Cove. If students were just talking amongst students saying, well, we don't have anywhere to, so we're just going to leave and go, you know, to McDonald's or somewhere to study. If they hadn't told me, I never would have created Clement Cove. Because why would I get rid of 2 classrooms if I didn't know this was an issue? That's the story of today. Be involved with us. We're only as good as you guys. Right? And like at Meet the Firms, there's so many of our alumni there that we're so proud of. That will be you, hopefully, in the future. Still deer in headlights. Yeah. Question?
So if you have any issues or concerns, you know, our doors are open. You're welcome to come in. You're welcome to send an email. Again, that's how we learn a lot of stuff. My job is to know you and to solve problems. One thing I would mention is we get ready. We talked about advising and registering for classes. Right, this was one of the things that we had some issues with students in last year, and we had lots of conversations, and we created a new system. And so I urge you to register early. I remind students that you don't get charged until classes begin. A lot of times students will wait because they'll think, well, I'm not sure I'm going to have the money or what have you. Don't wait, because we need to be able to count. I mean, this semester has been crazy. A lot of our classes are, you probably know, are absolutely full. And so we need you to register early so that we can try to make, sometimes that helps us to know we need to open up more classes so that we can help you. But just kind of keep those things in mind. But like I said, if you have any issues or something comes up and you think, you see me in the hall, pull me to the side, tell me, come to my office, all of those things would be fine.
Are you excited?
Yes,
Well, again, we're all here to help you succeed. We wish you a great fall semester. There's a lot of things that'll be going on, so you'll see us bouncing in the halls quite frequently. TV signs out here on the second, or I guess on the second floor, kind of give you updates and all. We have a student newsletter. We try to paint the windows to let you know what's coming and what's going and things like that. So just stay informed. Stay informed. We understand that there's jobs, there's families, there are other, you know, athletic events and things you've got that you got to do. But we are here to really make you that well-rounded leader, because that's what our mission is. We no longer say we're trying to create managers. We want to create leaders, because that's who stands out in the crowd, and that's what we're going to focus on. So we want you to think about that. So with that, we're going to leave you be and get back to your studies. But again, don't be afraid to contact us, speak to us in the halls. Let us get to know you, okay? Each and every one of you. Don't try to hide behind the computer screen. Ha in here, right? Just get out and meet the faculty and staff, and we'll do the best we can to assist. Thank you for the day, and we hopefully might see you in the future.
Thank you.
Wendy might bring us back in.